Oliver here from the Hooked Camper YouTube channel, and over the next 2 days we're hiking and camping part 1 of the Cooloola Great Walk. Come along for the ride. We've parked a short distance away from the trailhead and we are just here on Noosa North Shore. So our trail is 17.3 kilometers roughly each way, and we'll be walking to Brahminy Campground and back. There's the sign, Great Walk, Cooloola. A little bit of a tree down on the track here. Try not to get caught up. Oh. These paper barks look like there was a fire not too long ago. So these are orange triangles, are our trail markers, and it says Noosa North Shore beachfront is 2.3 kilometers from us. So not too long and then we'll hit the beach. We're entering a swampy kind of area. So we've got some boardwalk to cross this creaky bit here. The water's pretty low at the moment. Alright, we're just coming out of a section of this grassy plain here, and there's a road that we've got to cross, and we can hear the beach in the distance, so we must be getting close. I can hear the beach. I think it's just over this ridge. We made it to the beach. Look at this. Woo-wee. 1.6 k's to the beach exit. Before we hit the beach, we're just gonna sit down and have some water, maybe a snack. Woo. Oh, that's nice. Protein bar? Yeah. Ah. Time to keep going. Well, it's pretty loud, but the breeze is nice. Today's UV index rating is about 13, and anything above 11 is considered extreme. For reference, unprotected skin can begin to get sunburnt in about 10 minutes in anything above 11. So luckily we've got our hoods and long sleeves to keep us protected. There's this boot that's washed up, and I think that's Japanese, I'm not sure. That's so cool. It's got barnacles on the bottom. We're at the end of the beach section. Here we are. It's a sign for the walk, and it looks like we were that way somehow. Not quite sure where to go. I'm just walking alongside this little creek here. Look at how stained it is. It's the tannins from the leaves turning it brown. Oh yeah, here's a trail marker, so we're going the right way. Across this sand road. Well, it's pretty hot, but at least we're walking through mixed sunlight and shade at the moment, which is nice. Oh, it's so nice coming up on top of the hill and getting the ocean breeze. Oh, it's hot. All these overhanging paper barks are a lifesaver. That sun is so hot. Pretty sure this is a wattle tree that's flowering at the moment. And it smells crazy. It's like a fruity honey. It's so nice. Oh, time to have a little break. Oh. Man, it's hot. Well, we're just chilling out, cooling down a bit, and it looks like there's some clouds coming in. They don't look too dark at the moment, but even if it did sprinkle a little bit, that would be nice. Cool it down a little. We are making a move. And yes, I took my shoes off. I'm a weirdo, I know. Oh look, this tree's fallen over the track. You have to climb through here. Jeez. There's all those clouds. I wonder if it's going to bring any rain later. Here's a eucalyptus tree with a perfect little seat shaped in it. Look at all the sap that's coming out. That's so red. It's fallen down here. These little drips. Well, we just put our rain covers on the packs, which could be excessive, but better safe than sorry. We're right alongside the beach now. The waves are kind of crazy in there. It's windy. Look away if you don't like spiders, but there's a huge golden orb spider just in the middle of the path. It's massive. I think it's the female because the males are much smaller. Lucky I saw it and didn't walk face first into it. So we're 1.2 k's to top of Mount Siwa and then 4.3 k's to our campsite. So we're getting pretty close. But before we continue along, we're gonna have some late lunch. With me. Alright, we had some lunch. Now it's time to continue on the trail. We should be reaching the base of the hill climb shortly. Here we go. This looks like a bit of a climb. Step through grid to stop people bringing dirt bikes and mountain bikes in here. Hikers only. Look at this nice white sand path. Look at this view. Well, Mount Siwa is that way, and the Brahminy Walkers camp is that way for 3.2 k's, which is going to take us a little bit. We didn't expect it to split off, so I think we're going to do Mount Siwa in the morning on our way back, and we're just going to continue on to the campsite so that we don't get there too late. Look, there's a crab on the path. There's a couple of lookout points we should go and check out. Wow. That is so cool. So much sand. It's getting in my face. That was like being sandblasted. Oh, I think it's in my eyes and my mouth. Oh, I am ready to take this pack off. My shoulders hurt. Oh, the trail's opening up. I think we're getting pretty close. Alright, so here we are at the entrance. There's a number of campsites throughout the site here. And it's called Brahminy Campsite after these Brahminy kites. So hopefully we see some around. Alrighty. We'll camp in this site here. Looks pretty nice. It's got a little platform. Put our tent here. Should be nice. We finally made it. It's nice and cool here now. So the campsites have these little storage boxes. Put some stuff in while you're here. Some food and things, I guess. Nice. Oh, there's a big spider. I knew there'd be one in here. Alright, I think it's time to set the tent up before we get too sleepy. Well, it was so windy, I just looked it up and turns out there is a marine wind warning for this area. So there's gale force wind warnings for the Sunshine Coast area, which is us, unfortunately. So I've reinforced the tent with some pegs and the lines, and it's holding pretty well. There's some pretty strong winds up there, but the tent seems unaffected. So I think we'll be fine. But that is definitely something to be wary of, especially when camping when it's windy, is any trees that may be overhanging your tent. Here we don't really have any, which is good, but if you've got any big widowmaker eucalyptus or gums, definitely need to look out. Don't park your tent under any of those branches. starting to get dark, so I think it's time to cook some dinner. Alright, we got the old Trangia. Chopping board. And the lid slash frying pan. So this is the burner. So we just fill this up with methylated spirits. It's bubbling. So we're gonna put some brown rice and lentils in the mix. Rice, pepperoni. Oh yeah, that looks so good. So we got some fresh cucumber. We did our stir-fried tomato and mushroom. And then we got a brown rice and lentil mix. And then I fried up some salami to put on the side. I've never fried salami before. It's so good. Alright everybody, I am absolutely stuffed. So we've put all our foodstuffs into this box here and we've packed up nicely. Just got a few things we're going to take into the tent. And then I think we're going to head to bed. Alright everybody, so we're going to head to bed and I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. There's so much sand all over my pack. Oh my god. And in the tent. It was so windy overnight. Well, I think it's time for some coffee and breakfast. Let's see if this spider's still in here. Oh yeah. He's just chilling. Alright, let's grab it. So this morning, I'm going to be trying a freeze-dried breakfast meal. I've never tried one of these freeze-dried meals. So it's got freeze-dried smoky beef, tomato, egg, and a hash brown potato mix. This water's almost boiling. Looks interesting. Seal it. And it says let it sit for 10 minutes. Raining. It's all of a sudden. So I got these liquid coffee sachets we're gonna try. Not bad. Alright, I think it's time to check our breakfast, see if it's rehydrated. Doesn't taste too bad. It's a little bit on the dry side, but all in all, it's pretty good. Tell me what you think. You like it? Yeah. Time to pack this tent up. Alright everybody, it is time to leave our nice little campsite here. Just in time too, because it's starting to rain quite a bit. Let's hit the trail. I think we go up here. Today is so much cooler and it's nice and breezy from the winds last night. Just fallen sticks and branches everywhere. Those were some pretty crazy winds. Well, we're back at that section where we were getting rained on by the sand, and it's just blown up on top of everything. I mean, all the leaves are just covered in sand. The whole floor has just been pelted with sand blowing up from this dune over here. Let's go have a look. I'm getting sandblasted. Woo! The ocean looks crazy. And look, I got new white and green shoes now. All the sand. Well, you certainly still work up a sweat after hiking for a bit. Alright, well, the way back is always so much faster. And here we are at the Mount Siwa turn-off. So, as promised, we're going to go check this out today, because we didn't yesterday as it was getting late. So, we're going to head down this track and check it out. Starting to open up. Some more nice white sand. Woo! Wow. Look at this. Oh, that's the lake. And over that side is the ocean. Time to head back on the path. Well, that's a little detour that's absolutely worth it. It was only about 5 minutes extra onto our journey, but such nice views from there. See, this is one of those widowmaker limbs that you definitely do not want to put your tent under. So this massive limb has just dropped straight off, and usually they look quite healthy. It just looks like normal timber coming up to the limb, and then they just drop with no warning. They crush people's cars. You got to be careful for these things when you're camping. 11.7 k's back to the Arthur Harold Nature Refuge, and then another 3-ish k's from there back to the car. Well, if you're afraid of spiders, I definitely would not recommend this hike. I've walked through, face first, through 2 golden orb spider webs, luckily avoiding the spiders themselves, but we've ducked under countless more. Here's another 2. There's one here, and then there's another one right there. Not hit any of these webs. I think they've managed to avoid putting their webs over the path. So we're back at the step through gate here, which means we're making very good progress. We're back at the beach access here that goes towards Tiwa landing track. We're making much faster progress than we were yesterday. Some kind of vehicle access track. And here's our marker. So the beachfront where we walk along the beach is 6.7 k's away, and then the nature refuge is 8.7 k's away. I think this is a nice spot to sit down and have some water and a snack. Gonna have some sesame snaps. Got some dried mango that some chocolate has melted onto. Let's head back on the trail. Here's this big tree blocking the path again. I wonder if I should clear it. Alright, just chop this path clear. Took a little while, but it's exactly why I brought that axe. Back to it, everybody. Can't let our legs cool down too much. There's a little crab house on the path here. I wonder if I can get him coming out. Ah yes, here's the spot. I remember sitting here yesterday thinking that we were going to die from the heat and just wishing that we hadn't done this hike in summer. But here we are now, and we're cruising. Looks like a little, maybe a dingo. Small little paws. Some more paw prints. Must be a dingo. Maybe you just crossed the road here and went, yeah, it kind of looks like a trail. Could be through there. Ground's quite soft. Must be quite a lot of water around the place. Well, I think we're getting pretty close to the beach hiking point, so we're gonna have a little break. Oh yeah. Oh. So the beachfront is 300 meters away, and then the nature refuge is 2.3 kilometers away. Soft sand. Oh, there's quite a bit more water in this little creek here than yesterday. Look at all this foam that's come in from the ocean. That's crazy. Over this. Yeah. It's so windy. Oh, it's so nice to be off the beach. That was crazy. Such strong winds the whole way along. It was like fighting against the wind just. This is such a cool landscape. It just looks so different to anywhere else, really. All these grass tree spikes and then the charred paperbark trees. It looks so cool. We just come out of the open plain there into some more dense forest, and we are getting so close to the end of the trail here. So all trails says 4 to 4.5 hours, which I think is completely inaccurate, because it took us yesterday when it was really hot and we did take a lot of breaks. It still took us about 8 hours to do the full trek to camp, and then today it's going to take us about 6.5 hours to do the way back, but it is much cooler today and we took less stops. So if you're going to do this hike, I would allow a full day. The bridge we crossed over at the very start. Oh, my legs. And there we go. We have officially completed segment 1 of the Great Cooloola Walk. Woo! Finished. But it's not over yet. We've still got to walk to the car and buy an ice cream. I picked up a maxi bar. What did you get?
Mango swirl.
Ooh, very nice. I feel so light. Oh. Well guys, that was an awesome adventure, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed filming it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.